Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dee Reinhardt. I'm with Illinois WorkNet, and today we're doing our technical assistance call for CYEP. I've been doing some work with YCP, so I just got myself a little confused right there. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the item that I sent out by email to you guys the other day. I am working on updating Employment 101, as you guys might or might not know from some of our previous webinars. And what I had asked for was some updates for content so that I can create some overview videos for the three different parts of Employment 101. So what we want to do today is talk about the items that people did submit, and if you have any other ideas, then we can add those items to our list as well. So the first thing that we want to talk about, I'm hoping that you guys can see this okay. Let me try to make this a little bit bigger here and see if I can get this to show up a little bit more here for you. What do...
My internet connection is unstable. You won't. Okay, here it is.
So why do you need a career plan? So I'd asked you guys to submit some suggestions, 15 to 30 seconds for your suggestions. So we got some from some of you guys. Career planning gives you the much needed direction and makes it clear. So I'm not quite sure who submitted this, but seems like there's an extra word there. So, and makes it clear where you see yourself in your future. So I think that word there needs to come out of there. What we want to do is we want to see if you guys have anything to add to this or anything that we might want to suggest instead. We've got finding a job is challenging, especially for youth job seekers with limited education and experience. It would benefit job seekers of any age to figure out their interests, the skills they have, the skills they need, then use that information to research what careers are available and opportunities for employment. Obviously, the WorkNet and Pathways are comprehensive resources for this purpose. Career planning is a continuous process. Many change and redirect careers during their working years. We hope CYEP will jumpstart youth in managing life changes in the world of work. All right, so this is not, this is great. There's a lot of information there. It's not focused just on CYEP though. This is global. It's what we're going to put on Illinois WorkNet for every and all programs to use. So we would eliminate that CYEP portion of it. But I like that. Does anybody have any comments or suggestions about those? We might want to break those down into different pieces. Any feedback on that one from anybody?
No, it's fine. Like you said, the CYP specific language would be taken out. I just wanted to apologize. You know, we at St. Sabina wanted to send something in, but we weren't really clear on the email about what you needed. And it seems like you're trying to create content. Is that what this is?
For a video, content for a 90-second video.
90
so
seconds.
what you said is really good here, and I can call it down. You know, I can make pieces of it or take pieces of it and use it as for snippets. So that's good.
Cool.
And then we've got another suggestion here. A career plan essentially is a roadmap to the destination of your professional success. Having a career plan is extremely important because it helps you understand each step you have to take in order to accomplish your long-term professional goals. So I like all of that. Again, we would probably break it down into pieces. Anybody have any suggestions about that one? So we're looking to you guys in the field to help us with this because you deal with this every day with your clients. And we're just looking at these pieces and hoping that anybody else might have a suggestion here as well. A career plan helps you focus on the steps you need to achieve your dream. I like that one. Short, concise, to the point. To map out potential places of interest and the steps needed to achieve those interests. That one's good. It's a hanging sentence though, so we'd have to make that actually a sentence. A career development plan will give you the confidence you need to succeed. I like that one too. Does anybody, so why have a career plan is the basic question. Why do you need a career plan? Does anybody have any suggestions based on what we've looked at right now that we could add?
This is Anthony again from St. Sabina. Do you want us to say it or type it?
I don't think you can type it. If you say it slow enough, I can fill it in there and type it.
Okay.
Dee?
Yes.
Hi, Tamira with the team from Asian Human Services. We want to add one. You can get lost if you know where you are going.
To get close.
You can get lost.
Lost. The word is lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You can get lost if you
Cannot.
Is that what you meant?
No, you cannot get lost.
Cannot get lost.
Okay.
If you
Sorry,
know where
Tamira.
you're going.
All right.
If you, and take that cannot know where you are going.
Cool. Okay. Thank you for your help, everybody. All right. What else can we add?
So this suggestion would have the same language in all the plans. You just change which one you're talking about. So it goes, career plans are about defining and obtaining clarity about your career or for your career. So that would then be the same thing, job plans are about defining and obtaining clarity for your future jobs or future careers. So
Okay.
that's my 2 cents.
All right. I like that. So we would just add that, Control C. We would add that down at the bottom of this one and say job plans instead. Is that what you're? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
And then after it says your, you would say your future employment there because it's speaking to job.
Okay. And then what would you put down at the bottom, down at the very bottom for the overall one?
Yeah, so this would say action plans are about defining and obtaining clarity.
For about your what? About your future?
So this would be defining and obtaining clarity about actually reaching your goals.
I like all of those. Very good. Who is that?
This is Anthony from St. Sabina again.
Very good.
Dee, what about career planning can help you save time? I'm trying to think of how to say that. I'm trying to see if we had it here, but save you time from exploring things that are not of interest to you. How can we say that? Say it again. Career planning can save you time from wasting exploring things that are not of interest to you. Am I saying this correctly? I'm trying to think of how to put this to words. Career planning can save time and energy.
Yeah, I know what she's trying to say. I can help if you want me to.
Yes, please do. You're doing excellent at this, Anthony.
Thanks, Nicole. Yeah, so she's basically saying that career plans save you from making extra steps or extra moves because you know
Erratic.
exactly what you want to do.
Or like saying making rash decisions.
Or how about career planning can save you time by directing your steps?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes.
I like this.
There we go. I like that.
How about that? In the right direction.
Yep.
Oh, to the right goal. How about to the right goal?
Okay. Yeah. Because so many times, especially as young adults, they don't know, and they get into jobs, they work them, and say, I don't think I like this. I don't
Yeah.
like this. You know,
Yeah,
if they have a plan, most of them don't have plans. So
right.
there we go.
Hey, Dee.
Yes.
This is Melissa from Aunt Martha's.
Hi.
Camilla Benjamin had said in the chat for Aunt Martha's contribution, career plans can be used as a map to
Used
navigate,
as a map.
can be used to navigate through a field of numerous occupations and industries.
All right. Is that right?
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, I like
Career
that.
plans can be used as a map to navigate
Through
through
a
a field of
numerous
occupations
occupations and industries. Very good.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for reading that out of the chat for me.
There's another one here that sounds good. An idea without a plan is just a wish. That's from Alternative School Network.
What does it say?
An idea without a plan is just a wish.
Or a dream.
Or a dream.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
We could almost put that at the end of all of them.
Yeah, a conclusion.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do, let's move on to the job plan. All right. So let's move on to the job plan. So what do you need? Why do you need a job plan? And we want to identify the specific goals and objectives that this type of action is aiming for. The career jumpstart hopefully narrows the use. Okay, so that one's from St. Sabina. I need you to edit that down. All right, so Anthony, did you send that?
No, one of my coworkers did.
Okay, so why don't you guys work on chopping that down for me a little bit,
Sure.
and then send it back to me, and then that way we can move on with ideas from anybody else in the group that has some ideas. All right. All right, I'm not quite sure who's making all that noise over there. Okay, so having a job plan is important because it prevents you from being stagnant, which could distract you from your long-term goal of having a career. Understanding when it's time to move on from one job to another is crucial to your professional growth and well-being. Also, having a job plan helps you to understand what skills and experiences you're hoping to acquire on that particular job. So I like all of those pieces. So whoever submitted that one, I like all of those pieces, but we might break them down to one lines at a time.
Yeah, this is Anthony again. So one of the things that, I wanted to actually talk about when we had a chance to talk about this has to do with, getting a bit of direction what we want to mean when we say job plan going forward. And here's what I'm saying. A job plan for getting a job, that is planning out your resume, planning out your cover letter, planning out your timing of sending out thank yous. So that's one way of looking at a job plan. But another way, and I think which is where a lot of us are looking at this, is really more like a career plan. When to leave one job, what job to get first, what job to get next. That sounds more like a career plan, but I think that's what we're answering when we're answering the benefits of planning a job plan. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Right, except the section of Employment 101 that we're covering is the actual first part that you said, is the actual, what do I got to do, where do I got to go, who do I got to contact, and when do I have. So I think the career plan is your moves, your next steps, but I think the job plan are the pieces and parts.
Yeah, so some of these, submissions will therefore need to change.
Right. Okay, somebody's thrashing around on their desk and they got to stop.
Sorry, that's me.
Okay, so a job plan can
Me
help
too.
you make your next moves. Okay, all right. So then
So
we've
it would be a
got,
good idea to mute everybody, and when someone wants to talk, they can just unmute themselves.
yeah, I think that's a really good idea too. And with me not being on my, with me being on my laptop, it would be really good if you all could just mute yourselves. All right, so then when you are looking for a job, it is your job. The plan, oh, I get that. Okay. So when you're looking for a job, it's your job. So it depends on how we actually say that one out loud. The plan helps you stay on task until you find your next permanent position. I like that. Okay. Job plan puts IDES into perspective. Who sent that one?
I think that person meant to say ideas.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, and then to identify the specific goals and objectives. SMART goals, all right. We could maybe deal with that one, but SMART goals aren't the only way to plan a goal. All right. Job plans are about defining and obtaining clarity about your future employment. So that's kind of what Anthony was saying there. Does anybody else have anything else about job plans?
I am ready to, I don't know if you're ready to type.
Yes, I am.
Job plans help you successfully map out landing that job.
I like that.
From looking up different open positions to nailing that interview.
I like that. Somebody needs to mute themselves, please.
I'm going to say this here because I've thought this for a long time when we've had these webinars. It's surprising to me how many people don't know webinar etiquette.
I would agree with you.
Whether or not what?
They don't know webinar etiquette, where you're supposed to mute yourself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Also, for this section here, maybe we can add, because part of during the interview and all of that, applying for the job, employers like for you to use the lingo that they have perhaps in the job description. So research the position, learn exactly what it is so that you can include that language in your resume and during your interview.
Yes.
That's a lot, but it's
Hey, I have another one for job plan.
Okay.
It provides us with a concrete time frame to work with versus career plan. This is from Asian Human Services.
I like that. A job plan gives you a concrete, say it again, please.
A concrete time frame to work with to achieving career goals.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Anybody else? Hi.
Hey, Dee, Melissa from Aunt Martha's.
Hi.
I'm going to read some of them. I'm going to read some of them out of the chat again. Camilla from Aunt Martha said, job plan, create steps that will guide you towards completion on your short-term goal on a daily basis. Job plans create steps that will guide you towards completion on your short-term goal on a daily basis. And then also Jay from Project Oz said, a career plan can be the GPS to reach your destination.
Oh, I like that. So say that one again. A job plan.
A career plan can be the GPS.
Wait, the career plan or the job plan?
Or I think they meant the job plan. A job plan. I think that's what they meant. A job plan can be the GPS to reach your destination. It says career plan, but I think they meant job plan.
All right.
there's also one here from Nia Douglas from Leslie Bates.
Oh, okay.
It makes you aware of your strengths and your weaknesses.
Is that
And
the
the
job
skills-
plan though, or the career plan?
That's a good question. Strengths and weaknesses and the skills and knowledge that are required to achieve your goals in the future. Oh, maybe that's job plan. We just missed it up there.
To achieve. You know what? I'll download the chat from this so that I make sure I get everything. A job plan can make you aware
of your strengths and weaknesses and the skills and knowledge that are required to achieve your goals in the future.
All right. I like these. See, all of this good stuff is coming out of here. All right. What else? What else about job plan before we move on to the final one?
Nia said that was for the career plan.
Which one?
Bates.
Which one?
The one you just typed. That one. Yeah.
All right. Oh, goodness gracious.
Undo. Okay.
All right. Okay, so then we would change that to a career plan.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
These are great.
Yeah, they are. All right. Anything else about job plan before we move on?
That might be it.
Okay. So then the other thing is, this is the last section. So it's why do you need to plan to achieve your goals? And that is that whole, once you get a job, what do you got to do to keep it? Yeah. So we've got, whoever sent this one didn't send a whole sentence. So to stay on track or focus or both. And I like it, but I think it needs to be flushed out a little bit more. So Anthony, where are you? Planning is the key to success. Although planning doesn't ensure execution, it is the foundation for personal and professional stability. To plan is to prepare. I like that one a lot. And somebody said, if you want the dream job, you have to plan to achieve that dream. If planning is one tool which can be used to thoroughly outline next steps. To stay on track or focus or both should be both and consistent with goals. Oh, look, that's the same one as above. The person that fails to plan plans to fail. I like that one. Action plans are defining and obtaining clarity about actually reaching your goals. So Anthony just gave us that one. So what else? What else can we say?
Yeah, and I know that I'm beating a dead horse, but I really just want to point out again that being very clear that what we're talking about now is not the plans to get a job or the plans of the top level view of one's career, but the plans for what actually one is doing in the job to stay productive.
But a little bit of this section, if you think about it, it covers financial literacy, it covers harassment on the job, it covers planning for your future, how to keep your job. So that's what we want to think about when we're thinking about this section.
Roger that. Cool. Yeah, so the first one, I think the person was trying to say both of them in terms of focus and on track. So, you know, it's just the way it was languaged. It doesn't need the or both of, you know, to stay on
You
track.
probably in that to stay on track and focus and period.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And take this one out down here because it's saying the same thing.
All right.
And up there at the top, stay on track and focus. To stay on track and focus and period.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's focus,
that
ED.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Focus, yeah.
All right. So what else do we need to do to make sure that we're achieving our goal? Why do we need a plan to be able to achieve and maintain our goals? What else can we say?
So again, from Asian Human Services,
Mm-hmm.
a plan provides tools for accountability if involved.
A plan, say it again.
A plan provides the tool for ensuring accountability across all actors.
A plan provides the tools for ensuring accountability
Across all actors involved, the actors being the youth clients, career specialists, and any like external support systems.
We need a different word. Across all spectrums.
Stakeholders, spectrum,
I know, right?
What do we think? Stakeholders is
Yeah,
Stakeholders
I
is
think
better than actors.
aspects. I think aspects is simple but sweet.
Okay, I like that. Somebody got their
Provide
thesaurus going.
provide the tools for ensuring about all aspects of success or all aspects of successful living.
How about that? How about all aspects of your future?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're ultimately getting at.
And Dee, I don't know if you want me to read these out of the chat, but one that I'm seeing here, it said, which I thought was good. All of these sound good, but it helps to set milestones. That's from Tammy Yarborough.
I know, right?
All right. What's next?
Having a plan set for each goal. Show ambition. It shows ambition that you are taking control of your life. That's from Leslie Bates, Nia Douglas.
All right. So can you read that one more time, please?
Let me see. Goals. Having a goal shows ambition and that you are taking control of your life.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Let me see what we got. Keep your goals grounded in what you can achieve. A plan can keep your goals grounded in what you can achieve. That's Evelyn from African American.
Read it one more time, please.
A plan can keep your goals grounded in what you can achieve.
Okay.
Aunt Martha's. Individuals can, I'm just going to read it first. Individuals keep themselves from large amounts of stress or second guessing by having a clearly defined timeline and comprehension of the correct order in which to complete required tasks. That's a mouthful.
Yeah. Okay. Read it again.
Okay. Individuals can relieve themselves from large amounts of stress, and of second guessing.
Okay. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
And second guessing.
By having a clearly defined timeline and comprehension of the correct order in which to complete required tasks.
All right. Thank God I'm not doing dictation. All right. All right. Anything else from the chat?
Let me see. A job plan can ensure career mobility.
A job plan can
Ensure career mobility.
Okay.
And let me see. That might. Got it. Thanks for the spell check. Plan, keep it goals grounded.
Okay. So while Nicole's checking on these, what I would like to say is thank you very much for your suggestions and your consideration of this. One of the things that we were thinking about doing is everybody that suggested one, and if we use it, I would like to potentially use audio of a variety of voices to read the comments on the video. So if you all are interested in being a reader for me, when we do the video, please let me know, because what we would do is grab the audio out of an option, a recording option that I would have. So send me an email. Let me know if you would be interested in reading. I'm looking for a lot of different voices, male, female, black, white, Demira. Anybody that shows that we have a diversity in our programs. So let me know if you would be interested in doing that. And additionally, I will continue to collect some of these. So if you want to send me an email with some of your additional suggestions, now that we've talked about this, knowing that we want to try to keep them short, then we can compile. We can compile and go through them and figure out what order we want to do things in. All right?
Okay. All right, works for me.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody's time. I thank you. Let me get the attendance back up here to see if we had anybody show up on the call that, because we got 44 people on here. So did anybody from African American Christian Foundation come on the call? I don't.
Yes, some of those suggestions were there.
Okay. And then anybody from Angel of God? Nicole, if you can watch the chat for me, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Boys and Girls Club, either place?
Yes. Report.
Report.
Oh.
Oops.
Dee, we are on the call. It's just that we had you on mute.
Okay. Who's this? Okay, good.
African American Christian Foundation.
All right, we got you. Anybody from B&G Chicago? Anybody from Chicago Area Project? Anybody from CAPS?
CAPS.
CAPS is there? All right. What about Madison Community Unit School District? Employee Connections? Leadership Development Institute? Public Image Partnership? Puerto Rican Cultural Center? St. Sabina, I know St. Sabina is there. Universal Family Connection? West Side Health Authority. All right.
Angel of God here too. Will comment.
Okay. Okay. All right. All righty. I'm going to end the recording. Thank you very much for your time. I'll compile these. Like I said, if you want to continue to send me some suggestions, we'll track that. Next time on the 17th, I will be in the office, so we will go over numbers on the 17th.
Excellent. Hey, is Nicole still there after everyone jumps off? I have a program related question.
All right, let me stop the recording. Let me stop the recording.